This has been raised in the immortal realm for thousands of years. How could he still be so young? Why can't she grow up? Have you lived too long? A bit clueless. If we knew we'd still be spinning around here. Actually, it's not that bad. I think so. This little lady had been much quieter lately. That's something you don't know. Our immortal realm has become much quieter. Coco and other worlds are really in for luck. You see this little lady's hand. Have you been clutching that little stone? That was the demon realm's troop inspection order. You say it, you say it. This is what the young lady is holding. Seeing the magistrate is like seeing a demon emperor, the token that can also gather demon soldiers. And reported to the emperor. This little ant really can't stay in the heavenly realm. You don't want me anymore. Where are you going to send me? And you stop sighing. 3 long and 2 short is not a good sign. Little ant, listen to what the old immortal has to say to you. The old immortal knew there was a fun place. There are many people there, and there are lots of delicious foods. Many of our celestial lords come from there. Rest assured, the emperor will surely let the Siming Star Lord go. I'll give you a good reincarnation. We will never let you suffer. You just focus on eating, drinking, and having fun. Where? The human world. Sure, but I don't want to. I'm not ready yet. Where is this? We promised to steal some good vegetables. You're helping them bully me. Milk drops, milk drops. Yi Ching Shu, you're not going. But my attendant was sitting here. This is truly outrageous. Ha ha ha. Don't give up on me. Madam, please don't be anxious. This is the mountain. The old servant immediately led his men upstairs. You wait at the foot of the mountain. Do not record the old maids. I want to go find it myself. If anything happens to my daughter, I will definitely kill the master. The young lady will be fine. As soon as the master receives your message, he immediately sent everyone out. As long as we find it in time, the young lady still had a chance of survival. The possibility of survival. What kind of place is this mountain? Halfway up the mountain is an unclaimed grave. There is no ancestral grave. There is no ancestral grave. Wouldn't that be a mass grave? 2 hours had already passed. My sure. I can't be here yet. From time to time. Damn Shursher's daughter. You're so great. It's really great that you're okay. Mom, it's nothing. It's my fault. It's all Mother's fault. Mother promised that such a thing would never happen again. Mother will avenge you. Madam G and the old servant are here. Are there other hills like this nearby? Replying to Madam, you have some. 5 li further south, there's another hill like this. That mountain is not an ownerless grave. It was a thorough mass grave. Everyone in the imperial capital avoided them like crazy. I heard that wild animals often roamed around. He ordered someone to throw the stone kite onto that mountain for me. Tonight, throw it away. Is. Cool. The 2 ladies requested an audience. Let him in. 10 nights, why are you here? What does second madam mean? Often not here. Where should it be? On the mountain. It's not me. That's not what I meant. I heard yesterday that second miss went out to play. He hadn't returned for a long time. Just come back. It's good that you're back. Madam, I have come today for some matter. I want to ask the lady. Yuna was nowhere to be seen early this morning. He searched the entire mansion but couldn't find it. He also hoped Madam could help look for it. Xiaoqiu sent everyone in our courtyard out. Help the second Madam find it. Madam, that's not what I meant. I want to ask Madam for help from the people at Xining Villa. Husband. Yuaner is gone. I came to ask for the lady. He hoped Madam could send someone to help look for it. I have only one daughter, Yuaner. If something happens to Yuaner, I can't live anymore. Well acted. Didn't I already send someone to help you find it? Take a good look. There was no one left in the courtyard. Otherwise, no one else could come. Not even a single official notice. The people in the mansion are useless. Please let Xining Mountain Villa be yours. Help me find me. I will surely remember your great kindness. If only I could find Yuaner, my concubine, just as the lady wished. No longer being a wife of a commoner. As long as I can stay by Yuaner and the master, to live out this life. I am then content. You were the one who said to make Manor a concubine. And how could she be missing? How could you be missing? Wang family. When did I ever say you would be a concubine? Wasn't it you who said you wanted to be a concubine yourself? As Manor entered, I told you. Manor was the wife of the Ping. I have the same status as you. Everyone respectfully addressed her as second madam. You are all the same. Rise and sit up equally. Flat wife stone red lantern. Go out and ask if our Yuan Xia kingdom has such a thing as a wife of equal rank. Or which official's family had a secondary wife. A secondary wife cannot be registered in the family genealogy, since he couldn't be listed in the family genealogy. If that's not a concubine, then what is? And returned the 2 consorts. You really know how to enjoy the blessings of having everyone. From now on, the second madam should be more careful. Don't go out and make a fool of yourself. This dragged his daughters into being unable to get married. Jokes are laughing with a sly smile. Yi Qingshu had lost both the Mandarin ducks. Why haven't you asked the people from Xining Villa to help find them? You are the head of the house. Yuaner is also considered your child. You just stand by and do nothing. Nor was he afraid of being laughed at if word got out. What does it mean to stand by and do nothing? Maybe it's just Yuan who loves to play. Run out yourself. And didn't I already send someone to look for him? Yuer is such a young child. How could she run out and play by herself? He must have been abducted by bad people. Yesterday, Yuer called for a servant, secretly taking Shir out to play. But Yuer came back. But the stone lion was lost. What did you say at the time? You say the stone master is just playful. He would return soon with his servants. No need to look for a reason. Yesterday, the stone master disappeared because he was just playing around. No need to look for him. If Yuer disappeared today, it would mean danger arose. Didn't Master Shir come back? You let Xining Villa go to help look for it. There won't be a piece of meat missing. This also demonstrates your benevolence as the mistress of the household. Nonsense of benevolence. I care about your lousy kindness. Nonsense. Oh yes, Nanny Ji brought over the key to the storeroom and handed it over to the Wang family. Since you say Mrs. Wang is a secondary wife, but they can't just eat without working. Start today. The Shir residence was managed by the Wang family. She did not hold the title of secondary wife, but the principle of making me do everything. Mom, I want to switch. I'm tired of it. Mom will have someone bring over a different kind of fruit puree to cool down. No exchange. You should change your dad. This father neither protects the grain nor the nest. You really want to divorce me? No, irisagra. Don't even think about it in this lifetime. Yi Qingshu, you can only be a Shir family woman for life. Even if he dies, he can only enter the ancestral tomb of my Shir family. Master, madam. The 8th prince has arrived. Madam, did you find Shir? I brought my mother's guards over. Let's go look for it together. Hey, constantly check if you are injured or feeling unwell. If you do, you must tell me. I will immediately send someone to the palace to find the imperial physician. Mother Moshang found Shir on the mountain. There are some on the mountain. Oh. Shir, what do you mean? Madam found you on a mountain full of wolves. Madam, have you caught who tied up the stone lion? I will definitely catch him. But after revealing where the stone lion was, he took his own life. There is also the maid and servant who went out with Shir at the time. Some haven't returned. A few who came back. He was also found dead in his own room last night. It seems this is not just simple typing up, but he was acting under others' orders. Madam, do you have any doubts yet? Qin Fu couldn't figure out who was actually kidnapping Shir. 8th prince. Please, I'm begging you. Let the guards outside help look for Yuan. Yuaner was also kidnapped by the villains. Please, 8th prince. Yuaner was, after all, the older sister of the 10th prince. He actually dared to let me help as a prince. Looking for someone really has a big face. 10th lady, you concubine is so unruly. You were the one who took her down and taught her well. I'd rather find a palace made to teach you. There is a prince of the imperial family present. No one will ever bully you again. Right. In short, I won't be with you. Just give up on that idea. Yet I am not joyful. Replacing, it would just take some time. On one hand, he looks down on my underworld background. On the other hand, I can't bear to part with my dowry or my family's influence. Even the courtesans in the brothels couldn't pretend to be as good as her. Father is truly bad, but mother is a fortunate person. I will definitely be fine from now on. Dad will definitely be in trouble. Mother is still too soft-hearted. He still brought back that October. Your Majesty, there are ghosts and wolves. I don't want to stay there, I don't want to. What's wrong with you anyway? Who made it like this? A grave is a grave. And white bones. Mom, I'm scared, I'm so scared. Madam, the old madam sent someone over, saying his body wasn't feeling well. I will send you to attend to the illness. Tell him that now Madam Wong is in charge. Attending to illness matters would come to him later. Humph. After seeing the true faces of the mother and daughter. If I keep going to suffer from him, how shameless am I? Yi Qingshu, aren't you going to my market? Yet he sat here. This is truly outrageous. Do you even understand what filial piety means? Grandmother called out loudly. Grandmother called out loudly. The young lady meant this. Madam, please speak a little louder. Everyone outside the courtyard wall heard it. Truly from the martial world. A daughter raised by the emperor. Even when he saw his grandmother, he didn't know how to greet him. No manners at all. If Yuana knew I was unwell, she had already cried with heartache. Why did Shirshir say something wrong? With your face glowing and full of confidence. He looks even healthier than I am. Where are you sick? There is also. Yesterday, I already gave the key to the pear to Mrs. Wong. Haven't you always liked her and sure you honor? Let Madam Wong come and test you on the cake. You could see her like a refined lady all the time. I suppose the illness will heal faster. I won't make things difficult for you. By the way, if you ever lack food or drink in the future, also go find Mrs. Wong. No need to come to me. After all, this Yuan Xia kingdom. I've never heard of anyone supporting their family with a daughter-in-law's dowry. What kind of words are you talking about? You are my son's wife. You should be the one to make this home. How could they just abandon it? Besides, my son is an official. It's not like there's no salary. How did you end up using your dowry to support the family? How can you be my son's legitimate wife like this? It would be better to give up the position for the Wong family. But your son said Wang Shi is on equal footing with me, regardless of size. Then why should he just ignore everything? Every day, sure you were, and I just ate heartily. Shopping, I have to act like a servant. Taking care of your whole family. She still had to supplement the dowry with silver. I'll be upset by you. You really scared me to death. You don't know when Xiao Ba came looking for me, crying until her eyes were swollen. I heard he even went late at night to smash the door of his 7th brother's residence. She made a scene and rolled around and took him away. All the guards at 7th brother's residence. If I hadn't heard that Shishishi had already been found. I'm already preparing to go out of the palace myself to look for her. Senior sister, the 7th prince. It's still the same as always. He didn't go out either. So he stayed holed up in his residence every day. Only the 1st and 15th of each month come to see me. See, this is just talking. He came. So beautiful. You little girl, you know beauty and ugliness before you're even 2 years old. Beauty. Hug. Sure. This was the first time he had ever touched someone. Since the Empress gained her own consciousness. This was his first time, willing to have physical contact with people. So beautiful. Is Sure beautiful talk? When silent, she often looks ugly. Nope. No longer alive. Often at odds. Not because you're ugly. My brother didn't say anything, but the older brother couldn't speak. My brother wouldn't leave either. You. What a beautiful brother you are. Find out who committed the crime. Who has the right? Whoever messes up my brother like this, I'll curse them. Oh, let me see whose little mistress this is. No need for formalities. You were raised under the watchful eyes of me and the Empress, like a family. Usually, she often went to the palace to keep the Empress company when she had nothing to do. Every time you come, the Empress is happy for many days. Yes, but Qingshu is stubborn. He said the villa's reputation was already quite well known. Her husband came from a humble and impoverished family. He didn't want to be under any pressure anymore. So, she kept secretly coming to me. Qingshu's heart. I'm really fed up, haha. Whose little aunt is this? Let's talk to Uncle Huang. What were you cursing just now at the entrance of the main hall? Who made you angry? I will stand up for you. Would it be good to execute his entire clan? Uncle Huang. Uncle Huang is here. Little Sure, do you have any instructions? Uncle Huang killed someone and got his retribution. Your Majesty. It's okay to let him speak. Retribution. The beautiful brother didn't leave or say a word. Retribution. How pitiable. Sure, oh beautiful brother, you can't leave, nor can he speak. Do you know how to heal the nest? Nest hugs. Sure meant that. As long as Lansong often holds you, it will gradually get better, right? The meeting is good, and you can walk. When you can talk about it, always a beauty. Then from now on, will you stay with your beautiful brother? Sure, you just said Lansong can't speak. It was also retribution. Then tell Uncle Huang, who will be the retribution for this? Two popular characters, Sure dad and Anai. His father pacified Qi. Yue still frequently climbed the mountain. These are all matters of the Sure family. A humble wife has no proper way to teach her daughter. Sorry to embarrass your majesty and the emperor. It's just that he is still young at all times, speaking all over the place. If there is any offense, let her speak. Killing Silver brings more retribution than to you. On Mabin, brother. So the reason Lansong can't speak or walk. It is not an illness. Qingshu, tell me everything about the Sure family. Not a single word was allowed to be missed. Poor child. How have you made it through all these years? I was still thinking of you. Repeated tolerance always brings your difficulties. But they dared to touch the stones. Your Majesty, don't pretend to be deaf or dumb about this. I know. Sure Hongda. I have taken note. The next morning, there was court. He took out the few stacked memorials from the Ministry of Rights. Dig them all out for me. Let's get it done right away. And then there was the recent case Sure Hongda was handling, and also sent them to me. I would like to see for myself. Just how capable does he really have? It was worth selecting him as the third place in the first place, and recommended him for office. How dare you make my empress angry? How dare you let my son and little ancestor suffer mistreatment? I think he lives too comfortably. Sure Hongda. I've heard you've been very busy these days. So busy that even losing the legitimate daughter at home was just for fun. But the concubine's daughter was missing. He was so anxious he wished he could search the whole city. Your servant teaches you, without proper methods. The emperor apologized. Teaching your daughters without following my example. It seems you haven't even learned how to be a good person. As Vice Minister of Rights, the household was left unrepaired. The distinction between legitimate and secondary heirs is not. Now, even the memorial submitted by the Ministry of Rights said, all of them are full of errors and omissions. Sure Hongda, your position is quite easy. From today, Sure Hongda, Vice Minister of Rights, was demoted to Assistant Director of the 6th rank. Go back and reflect on yourself for me. If you call me again, I know you can't keep track of things at home or outside. I don't mind letting you get out even more thoroughly. I received the imperial order to express my gratitude. I was demoted. Madam has been demoted.
Oh. Yevingshu.
Did you go to the palace to complain? Did you stir up trouble in front of the Empress? Lord Sure is now a Yuan Weilong. His temper was still as bad as before. You didn't have the ability to get scolded yourself. How did it end up being me stirring up trouble? If it weren't for you. If it weren't for you. If not for me, then nothing. If I weren't still alive, and even sit in front of you with Sure, your dignity might last a bit longer, isn't it? Now something has happened at home. You still have to keep making a scene. I'm making a scene. You tossed all the card keys to Manor. The palace subsidies were also stopped. Now, the entire residence was in utter chaos. Isn't that what should be done? In Yuanxia Kingdom, which household isn't a man supporting the household? Could it be that it was all the dowry from the bride's wife? If that's the case, tomorrow I'll host a banquet. Please ask your colleagues' concubines to ask. Qingshu, how did you end up like this? You don't look like the you I once knew. No, you're wrong. This is the real me. Give me some silver. Although Yuanyang was found, these past few days I have sought medical advice and pacified the servants within the prefecture. Managing government affairs costs money. Otherwise, if this gets out, it won't benefit anyone. Oh, and take more. I'm afraid it's not enough. And did not nurture the years. If you need silver, go to the palace to support it. What silver do I want? Your monthly salary. From marriage until now. You never gave me a single copper. Who did you give the board to? Just look for someone to ask for it. We haven't divorced yet. If you hadn't divorced, you'd have the nerve to use my dowry. Don't rush to wait for the day of separation. All the money you've spent on me over the years must be returned. I just took that silver to feed the dogs. I wouldn't keep your whole family ungrateful. Ungrateful wretch. I'll say it again. I absolutely will not agree to a divorce. You don't need to agree to get lost. Yi Shu, you really have made a difference. My son was just demoted. If you don't say to behave yourself, it even caused chaos throughout the entire residence. Are you deliberately trying to break up the Shi family? What does the Shijia family have to do with me? You are my son's wife. But your son said Wang Shi is on equal footing with me, regardless of size. Then my wife doesn't seem to be worth much. My son is an official. Yes, it's an official. Since it's an official, starting today, this household will live with his modest salary. You poisonous woman. I will make sure my son divorces you. But sought it but could not find it. But Hugh couldn't. In this life, I, Yi Shu, have only been divorced. Then she would only be left without a husband. Your little mouth sure knows how to finish it off. Xiang Liang. My wonderful granddaughter. How did she end up with such a father? Sure, eighth brother came to see you. Have you missed me these past couple days? Has anyone bullied you again slash? Your Highness, please spoil him any longer. He really was about to ascend to heaven. That's still better than being bullied. Sure. How did you think they got hurt? I'll stand up for you. They threw me up the mountain. I almost couldn't come back. This brother. I will file a complaint. He really would get angry. Mother. Imperial aunt. Mother Shi never regarded Shi as her daughter. If it weren't for Madame Yi being here, Shi was already killed by them. Fourth father. You don't need to tolerate Qing Shu any longer. Now that I know, then they won't pretend not to see it. Thank you, senior sister. Thank you for being my junior sister. Shi is a child I like just by looking at her. They dare to bully you. It's like slapping me in the face. The imperial aunt is deeply moved. Angry and not pretty, she jumped out of business. The palace itself is not breathy. Just wait, I'll keep track of this for you. Is the beautiful brother tall? Often beautiful or not? Ah. You said it. You said it. Did you just speak? Come on, let me say it again. Say it again for the Emperor. Beautiful brother hugs. Qing Shu, did you see that? Lansong is really getting better bit by bit. Did you see that? I said it would be fine, and it would be fine. And... ouch. My precious daughter and precious granddaughter suffered. It really hurts me to death. If it weren't for Qing Shu you stopping me. Father had already closed the position when he was withdrawing from the position. He killed that bastard named Shi. Me. My surname is Shi. It's not you. It's your father. You're your grandfather's precious treasure. How could my grandfather bear to cut stones? You and your mother are your grandfather's fate. Master Ye, Madame Ye. Madame Yi and the Empress issued an oral decree. I want to bring the young lady into the palace to stay for a few days. He had just gotten home. Senior sister Dad was also thinking about Shi. Besides, that child from Lansong now can't live without him. Ah, your senior sister is really pitiful. All these years, he never gave up on searching for a miracle doctor. Our villa has been searching together for years. Even extraordinary people and extraordinary figures were spared. So many people were invited into the palace. But no one could heal Lansong. If the Shi family can truly cure him, that would be a huge opportunity. Wow, amazing. Ha. I guess I'm still clever. If it had been the Empress first, then I probably won't even be able to repay that so-called blessing. Come on, call the 7th prince over. Just say it. I will personally supervise his studies. Let him report to me every day. It always is. You say that is Hongda. How could he be so lucky? Truly, viciousness produces good shoots. Why can't I have such a beloved daughter? I want a brother. Prince. You can't go in. At least have this old servant inform you first. A gentle smile. I will never force you to marry again. Let's just let the matter of sending the beauty be in the past, okay? From now on, you can do whatever you want. Even if he never marries for life. I will never ask a single question, I guarantee it. Anne reported to the imperial elder brother. Chun Bai wanted to marry. I beg your majesty to stand up for me. Bye. You say it again. What are you going to do? My younger brother wishes to marry. I beg you, imperial brother, to make the decision. Okay. You finally figured it out. Then whose daughter do you think catches your eye, Yi Qingshu? Who do you think you want to marry? Yi Qingshu's younger brother wants to marry Yi Qingshu. I hope your majesty will stand up for me. I cannot make decisions on this matter. He still needed Mrs. Ye's approval. After she divorced, as long as she agreed, I will grant you marriage. But you must remember, if you marry someone, you have to treat others well. If after marrying someone they don't treat her well, then she might as well not marry at all. Otherwise, the empress might get angry with me again. It also delayed the other person. Your servant remembers. Sure. Let me hold you. This person wants to flirt with each other. You little girl, it's all because Qian Shao is good-looking. So you should let him be your father. You need to know, besides being a formidable warrior, the others are very unreliable, very mischievous. Back then, more than half of the noble families in the capital were here. None of them escaped his cruel hand. That sack was put on. They're practically comparable to my secret guards. Where's the jade pendant? My dad just recognized her. This time, I can't misjudge someone again. Yeah. One, current. Sure. What did you just say? Father, please forgive me. What nonsense is Sure talking about again?
Hey.
Your Highness. Please go ahead. Mom, this can be a father. Then I'll take this position first. Qian Shao, you really know how to take advantage of it. This is my newly recognized father. The prince happened to be passing by. He brought Sure some food. I also brought you several batches of materials. The weather is still cool, so don't always dress so lightly. It would be fine if the prince passed by once or twice. For several consecutive days, I happened to pass by. This is a bit too clever. Coincidentally, that's another story. The item is for you mother and daughter. I wouldn't harm you. Hello, new dad.
Huh.
Why is Sure so well-behaved today? Because the new father brought food. No shouting is allowed at all times. No random shouting. Borrowing a warehouse can be a dad. Xia Qiu put the things away. There's another time. The prince doesn't need to go to such lengths. Putting in trouble for you doesn't count as putting in much effort. Since you have always acknowledged me as your new father, then I can't just take on this title for nothing. Your Highness, that's a bit too early to say. Soon, I've always set my mind on something never change. But I never said I wanted to remarry. You never said I know. But you never said you wanted me to give up. To become an undercover, there is an assessment.
Oh.
So honestly, how do you take the test? First, you have to buy me candy. Second, you need to provide food to vent your frustration. Third, don't try to cheat grain like your father. I have memorized them all.
Ha.
Sure. Call him Daddy and come listen. Daddy. You really know how to comfort the child. That depends on who is being coaxed. Beautiful older brother. This is my newly recognized father. Hug. Give the beautiful brother a hug. And now, just as he got to know his father, he's already fallen out of favor. Father does not weep. Too lazy to hide. It's a child's mood.
Hey.
Qingshu, the night you were injured. The one who saved you was not Hongda at all. You were unconscious at the time. All he could see clearly was a blurry glance. Later, it was Hongda who happened to wake up after you woke up, appear before you. You are certain it is him, but the one who truly pulled you out of the hands of your enemies was me. So back then, they carried me down the mountain path. The one who took that stab for me. It is not Hongda. Not those years. Over the years, he had taken advantage of the situation to repay this favor. If you haven't looked him up, then don't say anything. Later you married him. He would never say anything. Back then, I really shouldn't have trusted just a fleeting glimpse in my haze. So, I didn't investigate anything. He easily believed his wife. Yes, I trust Dad. Anything else? If you have it, you need to check 10 companies. I'll help you get to the bottom of it. Qingshu. Back then, I never intended to use this incident as a token of gratitude and repayment. You mistook someone for me. I missed the opportunity. Later, you married Hongda. I came back too late. But now that you already know, I don't want to keep it a secret anymore. So these days, you've been getting closer step by step. Not just because I always acknowledge you as my father. I fell in love with you at first sight back then. It's simply because fate isn't enough. They couldn't be together. Now I hear you want a divorce. I want to rekindle our fate with you. Willingly.
Hey.
It's you who want to. Or is it your mother who wants it? I agree, Mom will agree. Something happened. It was back then. It turns out the person who saved you back then was not Hongda at all. Manor owner. To be honest, I won't hide it from you. I fell in love with Qingshu at first sight back then. It's simply because fate isn't enough. They couldn't be together. Now I hear that Qingshu wants a divorce. I want to rekindle my bond with Qingshu. Sure would treat her as his own daughter. And she won't have her own children again. Please rest assured, Master. Hand the Qingshu over to me. I will treat the two of them, mother and daughter, as if they were my own lives. He would never let them suffer even the slightest grievance. I don't want to talk about these things right now. Alright, you don't want to say it. I will wait for you. But if you want to investigate the Sher family, I will definitely help you. The lady came down to check the old register. Over the years at the Sher residence, what was moved was far more than just what was visible on the surface. The two shops on South Street of Shidinglu Silk Manor, the accounts have all been touched upon. Several other farmland rental funds were also never paid. Settle the Yi family's accounts. These wealthy collections go in circles. In the end, it all ended up in the Wang family's pocket. At first, I just thought he was incompetent. Living off me. Looking back now, I was overestimating him. Madam, we can't hold back any longer. Endure. When did I ever say I had to endure it? Mother is moving. It's about moving. Bring back everything that was originally ours. This beast. Back then, I married my daughter off in style. She wasn't meant to support a family, for others. Father, I want to count the dowry. All deeds, accounts, and property assets. Take it back one by one.
Take it.
Rely on your father to hold you together. If anyone dares to stop me, I'll chop him up. Grandma, I'm going too. What do you go for? Keep an eye on it. The next day, he went to the stone mansion.
Yivingguan.
Why did you bring so many people here? Moving things. Move something. Move my dowry. Move the deed of the shop under my name. Moving things that originally belonged to me and Sher. Why have you been using it for so long? He really did think it was his own. The guards followed me to the storeroom. This and that. And that one. This one is my cold. This one is also my cold one. And that one. It's all because of me. Stop. Stop for me. Who would dare to stop? Don't come back to the Yi residence with me today. Don't go too far. I took my own things too much. How is it excessive? You insisted on making things this bad. It's not that I have to make a fuss. You have been eating for too long. He even forgot his own true face. The grain was running out. Then just move it clean.
Is.
All that's left is the shabby table and banknotes. That poisonous woman. She's trying to push our whole family to the brink. Master, it's not a big deal that I have suffered some grievances. But what about you, Honor? She was still so young. Now, the warehouse is empty. The entire residence was in such chaos. If people outside also find out that the master can't even protect the inner residence, how are we supposed to live in the future? He wasn't relying on the Yi family. Is it because the palace backs him up? He wanted to empty out the Sure residence. Wanting to divorce, wanting to pick myself up. Even if it's clean, you have to see if I agree. What else do you want to do? Now we've all been forced into this situation by him. Isn't he supposed to care the most about his reputation? Then I'll tear off his face first. The master meant, go spread the word. Take Yi Qingshu, for example, relying on her family's influence. Empty the husband's household. He treated concubines and concubines harshly. He wouldn't even see the sick child. Besides, he's been living at the Yi residence lately. She frequently associated with other men. Who knows what he's thinking? Yes, right, isn't he supposed to be dignified? I want to see a woman whose reputation has been ruined. How could she still be the young lady of the Yi family? How to be a good junior sister to others? If rumors spread outside that he could not accommodate concubines or children. Again, he secretly steals men from outside. He wanted to divorce again, but it's not that easy. Harmony and separation are not with me. The more he wanted to leave, the more he wanted to leave. The more I want to disgust him. Wasn't he trying to embarrass me? Then I'll let him stay out there without holding his head high for now.
Huh.
Qingshu, I know you're still angry. But anyway, Sure is my daughter. Why didn't you say you wanted to stay by her side back then? Aren't you just afraid of dying? And then I hope my daughter will die soon. So as to monopolize her dowry. Sure was a few days ago. Daddy didn't take you out to play. I didn't buy you anything. This jade pendant was a gift from your father. This was even the one your grandfather used to take care of. It is the heirloom of our Sure family. Father will pass it on to you right now. All the items have been delivered. People can leave now. Today, I arrive with a letter of vermilion. Not just for Sure. There's been some gossip outside lately. I was planning to help you press it down. But if you keep making a scene, I'm afraid even I can't hold it down. What gossip? These days, you've been staying at the Yi residence with Sure. He went to the palace several times. And being close to the prince again. Some say you rely on your family and palace support. There were already people outside. That's why she hurried to move out of her husband's house, forcing a divorce. I'm being kind today. Let me remind you. He didn't want outsiders to speak harshly. If you truly care about yourself and current affairs, it's best to calm down a bit. Stop causing trouble. You're a woman who hasn't even divorced yet, bringing the child back to her parents' home. And she was so frequent with other men. It really stirred up a storm throughout the city. It's not just your own face that you'll lose face. Always still need to be a good person in the future. Sure Hongda, if you really have the ability, just bring what you just said out loud. Don't put dirty water outside on the same side. He ran up to me pretending to be a good guy. Aren't you the one who loves dignity? Then make sure to protect your dignity. If you dare use my reputation and reality to discuss me again, I will make sure you can't even keep that last layer of skin.
Dad.
Foul-mouthed. This person has already started using dirty tricks outside. Wang Shimon brought Ishihara-ji to request an audience, but was refused entry. Madame Yuaner had been thinking about her younger sister these days. After all, your sisters. Why have things come to this? Ware had been ill for several days. The government requested doctors and medicine, arranged things everywhere. The master worries every day. But Madame wouldn't even spare her a glance. Sister. I know it was my fault before. But I was young then. You're still older than me. Still immature. The lady was Yuer. After all, he was just a child. Why do you hold such a grudge against him? I know you hate me, but Yuer was innocent. Nowadays, everyone outside said Madame couldn't tolerate us mother and daughter. I would rather be one thing, but Yuer was still young. Madame, I am not here to argue with you for anything. I just thought that you and the master still hadn't divorced yet. Why make such a mess? It even caused the outside to stir up a lot of gossip. Annie Bad, stop pretending. You didn't come today to seek peace. They came to the door to put on a show for people outside. Your daughter is sick. If you don't call a doctor, come to me. Your sure family still has a salary. There are people of your own in the palace. Why is it that now they want someone who has already moved away their dowry
To support you.
and you keep saying I mistreat you and your daughter? Then I want to ask, these years, who was using their own dowry to support your whole family? And who sent my daughter to the mass grave? Later, you still have the nerve to come to my door and play the victim. You don't cry because you're sad. It's because they haven't gained any benefits. In summer and autumn, he bids farewell to guests. From now on, they need not announce their return. And those outside who like to eavesdrop in the corner of the wall, listen up to me clearly. Who wants to send word outside? Just spread out everything I said today, in full detail. Mother went to the building to watch the play. All right, let's go to shitting building. Watching a play that would make mom happy. The family has unfortunately fallen into this state of trouble. Sorry to have made you all laugh. Qingshu's temperament has grown increasingly fierce these past few years. I originally thought family scandals wouldn't be exposed. But he emptied his fortune and forced he to divorce, which was one thing. Now even Madame Wang and Yenner are ill. Not even a glance. Master, please don't say anything. It's not a big deal for me, and you honor to suffer some grievances. As long as Madame can calm down. Even if I keep carrying these rumors, I'll accept it. I don't think much. But now Qingshu is staying at the Yi residence. He also frequently interacted with people outside. The gossip outside grew louder and louder. As her husband, I wanted to hold him back, but I couldn't. If this keeps up. But what hurt him wasn't just his own reputation. Even Sure would be the subject of gossip and pointing fingers in the future. Master. Madam is still Madam after all. Please don't say that. Maybe he's just feeling overwhelmed right now. After a while, he will eventually come back. Sure enough, it came. Qingshu, you're here. Sure came to Dad. Dad ordered your favorite dishes from the past. Your mother was momentarily confused and argued with Dad. You can't just refuse to acknowledge your father, can you? Pretty bad. Those who take my grain are enjoying it so well. Your skin is thicker than the bottom of a pot. Lord Sure performed the play quite well today. Accompanied by an external envoy and a concubine's daughter, sitting in the 10 penthouses under my daughter's name. My silver puts my rumors. And she also had to pretend to be a husband who had suffered so much grievance. What impressive skills. What nonsense are you talking about? Nonsense. These 10 penthouses are properties owned by my young lady. Even the contract was there. The master brought Wang Sure and his illegitimate daughter, eating my wife's silver in my young lady's building. And you still dare to sit here and gossip about my wife. He really wrote the word shameless right on his forehead. Recently, all the gossip in the capital. I'm sure you've all heard of it. They say I, Yi Qingshu, am relying on my family's power to drain my husband's household, accusing me of mistreating my concubines and concubines. She also said that I, a woman who had not yet divorced, was moving back to the Yi residence. Having relationships with outsiders means they have someone else. Okay. Since Lord Sure has already set up the stage today, I will do so right in front of all of you. Break these words down one by one. First, I moved away my dowry and my shop. My estate. It wasn't the Sure family's ancestral tomb, the Sure mansion. If you don't live without my silver, you can't go on. I'm not the one embarrassed by that. It was Lord Sure who couldn't even afford to support his whole family. He also had to rely on his wife's dowry to dress up as a respectable man. Second, if Wang Sure and Shi Wan'er were truly mistreated, you can spend these years at your disposal. I used my dowry to cover the accounts of mother and daughter, laid out one by one. But if you want to calculate it, I would rather ask everyone to judge for themselves. Whose daughter was taken out of the mansion? The last person was left at the mass grave. He nearly lost his life. Who is it that turns back? Crying outside, claiming to be the victim. Oh, losing your daughter is a big deal. If I lose it, I'm just playing ha ha ha. As for those curse words you spewed, they say I, Yi Qingshu, have someone outside, accusing me of not keeping to the duties of a wife. Alright, I'll stand here today. Everyone is here. The yellow sky and bright sun are still there. Who dares say they've seen it with their own eyes? You can put your name on the table as much as you like. Anyone who cannot provide proof. And you still dare to throw dirt on me. I, Yi Qingshu, will let him know. What does it mean to truly make a big scene? Did you see that? What kind of life has Qingshu been living all these years? If he hadn't peeled off this layer of skin himself today, no one knew how many people were outside. They really believed those surrender words.
I saw it.
This marriage can't be delayed any longer. If your highness is willing to come forward and interrogate him in person. Sure Hongda and the Wang family. This time, there was no turning back on the ground. I had originally planned to personally interrogate Sure Hongda. It's not just about favoring concubines, destroying wives, stealing dowries, deceiving marriages, and deceiving favors. He still dares to use his reputation for women's virtue and the rumors outside, and to press upon Qingshu. Such a person cannot only rely on divorce for the sake of power. He had to be completely crushed. I've long disliked Shurhonda. The other supported the family by relying on his wife's dowry. Relying on fake favors to trick the marriage. A man who ruins his wife through rumors. Keeping them will only dirty my court. October. I want to make a new daddy for myself. Madam, good news. Good news. What is it that has come from the palace? The Empress was determined to personally review this marriage. Let Shurhonda, Madam Wang, and all of us enter the palace. Mother wants to watch a grand opera. The prince came here late at night, which does not conform to proper standards. I know. So I didn't go in. The next day, he entered the palace. If you're afraid, I can stay with you. If you're not afraid, I'll be here too. I'm not afraid. I know you're not afraid. But don't worry about having someone standing behind you without conflict. Qingshu. No matter what Xinqing did tomorrow. You are not alone. Is there a new father outside the mother? How do you know everything? Because I am smart. The next day, he entered the palace. What I want isn't a word of justice, but a blade that completely cuts through the past. Mother, don't worry. With me here, I will never let you suffer losses. Shurhonda. You really have opened my eyes. Favoring a concubine who destroyed his wife, stealing dowries, and falsely claiming credit for others. At the brink of life and death, his wife and daughter fled alone. Every good deed you have done is not missing. The Empress. I have wrongfully accused the couple regarding their private residence. Arguments are inevitable. Mrs. Yi now harbored resentment. It is not that you intend to force me to divorce, but I dare not admit these charges. Taking the worries of my husband in his place. It was just part of the job. Did I ask you? Shurhonda, the man who once saved Yi Qingshu. It's not you at all. Your Majesty the Empress. I do not mean to deceive you. Back then, after you woke up, she really was the one who misidentified her first. At that time, I was merely momentarily confused. There was no immediate denial. How could I let this old matter happen over it? Just as I have said. That is, he deliberately went along with my mistaken assumptions and deceived me. Shurhonda, I used to think you were cold-hearted. Now I realize you are not only heartless, but also despicable. Yi Qingshu, why bother? In this case, I was at fault. Not to the extent of this. There was also the case of Ye's daughter being thrown into a mass grave. You keep saying it's just kids being mischievous. But when it is the time for the illegitimate daughter to be seen, but you're so anxious you want to search the whole city. Children are mischievous. Mistakes are inevitable. October 2nd is my daughter. October is also my daughter. How can people outside spread the word? How could I possibly control it? How could you say such disgusting things? Watch how I add to your crimes. The Emperor is sending an urgent memorial from the prince. You just said you refused to admit the matter of the inner residence. You deny the rumors. Then I won't just talk to you about the inner residence. This is the Ministry of Rites. Just treat it as buying in the autumn 3 years ago. One was Longzhong in the Ministry of Rites, responsible for the 3 items of ritual vessels, incense, and candles. A total of 860 tales of false information was reported. The silver was not recorded in the official accounts. Instead, it ended up in the external accounts you handled privately. 2 years ago, someone noticed something unusual about the purchasing accounts. Your correction and paperwork are suppressed by you. This is the testimony of the South Street pawn shop and the Qingxi ritual wear shop. You are deficient because of Tianren. Pawned and sold pearl jewelry from the night market's private treasury. He also used the night market's famous pot as a base. The silver I got was used to settle things for you. The Ministry of Rites messy accounts. Your Majesty, Your Majesty, Your Majesty, discerning and disc. Your servant, failed to notice for a moment. Failing to notice that the subordinates are handling it. Why is your private seal stamped on it? And suppressed Jiao Yan's writings. It's also the people below who are pressing for you. He gambled with the Yi family's dowry. The deficit in your tenure. It's also because people below forced you to take the position. She was actually able to scam marriage and money in the inner quarters, while falsifying accounts in the court, accepting bribes and perverting the law. Your Majesty shows mercy. I know I am mistaken. He really knows he was wrong. I was merely acting out of a momentary greed. Momentarily confused. I will never dare to offend again in the future. Qingshu is the marriage matter. What do you want to do? My wife requests a peaceful divorce. The Empress showed mercy. I know I was wrong. I will certainly change this in the future. After all, I and the Yi family are husband and wife. October is also my daughter. You can't let the Yi family take my daughter away. Your daughter is in your heart. Has there ever been a daughter like October? When she was left in the mass grave, where were you? When she was taken out of the mansion, have you ever checked a single sentence? When it was the concubine's turn, she was not seen. You'd be so eager to search all over the city. Now it was the legitimate daughter who got into trouble. You casually call him a child, even if naughty Cheetah was at fault. After all, she was the officially married daughter-in-law of the Shi family.
Formal wedding.
Your Shi family, since he knew Yi Qingshu was the legitimate wife. And how had he treated her all these years? He used her dowry to support a mistress. He used her silver to cover household expenses. Use her dignity to pretend for your son's appearance. Now all the evidence is in the pleasure palace. You should mention the word daughter-in-law to me. Mother is going to win. Ye's request for divorce. I agree. As for Lady Wang, Yi Qingshu and Shi Hongda reconciled and divorced. If you two do not have a decree, in this life, we cannot part in harmony, and did not permit the divorce of his wife. For the rest of your life, you two will lock me up tightly. Locked up. Wang Shimo has no background or family background. How do you get back at me? What use is it for me to be with him? Divorce is the account in your household. As for the dirty deeds you committed in court, I'll settle the deal with you tomorrow. Shi Hongda's favored concubine was destroyed. The wife pawned her to sell her clothes. It is your corrupt character, lying about favors, forcing your wife to speak ill of her. It is your scheming that falsifies accounts, accepts bribes, and breaks the law. He pressed down on Jioshin and used his wife's dowry to gamble on the deficit of his position. Then it is your dereliction of duty and breaking the law. Such a person is unfit to be an official of our Yuanxia kingdom. From today. And stripped Shi Hongda of all his official positions, his family, and the sons of his clan. Sons for 3 generations were forbidden from entering the court to serve as officials. Women were not permitted to marry into the imperial family or noble families. Your Majesty, show mercy. I know I was wrong. I truly know I was wrong. Father is doomed. He was finished. Lady Yi, daughter of the Yi family, was Shi Yi. From today onward, she will no longer be a daughter of the Shi family. Removed from the Shi family genealogy. It was a separate page from the Yi family, and still included in the Yi family genealogy. It was all up to the Yi family to decide.
Is.
What surname do you want in the future? It's all up to you. Very good. Believe whatever I want. An order was issued to confer the title of Princess of Yuan Commandery, first rank, upon the daughter of the Yi family, Shi Yi, and was granted a fief of 10 billion. There's silver. Having industry is equivalent to having silver. From now on, we can buy whatever we want anytime. I have silver. I have big silver. Ha ha ha. Mom, I want to buy candy. If you want to buy a property, you have to buy a lot. Buy all the good things.
Ha ha ha.
Son, how is it? The Empress surely wouldn't be serious. It's over. Master, you need to be clear. What on earth is going on? What's wrong, Healy? Without an official position, the clan is finished. Master Ten was famous from the family genealogy. She was even granted the title of first-rank princess. You're satisfied. Mom, we won't be coming back anymore. No return. Never come back.